That's right, New York. We've all got our issues.
I've been getting this constant leak in my basement every time it rains.
And if yours are about the home, you're going to want to call Lou.
My toilet keeps spitting back up at me when flushing, and it's really gross.
That's Lou Manfredini, taking your calls right here live on HouseSmarts Radio on 77 WABC.
Welcome back. I love this song. HouseSmarts Radio, 77 WABC. Lou Manfredini here with you. Did we lose our friend Mateo? We did, huh? Oh, all right. Okay. Mateo, if you want to call back, we'll talk to you right after we talk to our guest. Joining me on the phone line right now is Sal Ferro, President and CEO of Alure Home Improvements. Sal, thanks so much for joining us this morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Lou. It's a pleasure to be on.
Yeah, thank you so much. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, people planning to do projects this time of year, in the spring rather. It's a great time to kind of plan that stuff out. But I want to talk a little bit about your company, who you guys are, and then, Lindsay, my producer, had sent me a bunch of information and said, that you have all this experience doing extreme home makeovers back when that show was on TV as well. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Tell me a little bit about your company and what it is you guys do.
Sure. Well, we're a full-service remodeling company. We work in the tri-state area, New York area.
Right.
We've been around since 1946, and I have not been around since 1946, but the company has been.
But I bet some days when you wake up, you feel like it.
Yeah, that's today. But I was excited to be on with you this morning. But we've been around since then. We specialize in we have a full kitchen and bath division, an exterior division that specializes in siding, windows, roofing. In addition, we have a design build where we do extensions, second floor, room additions, and new homes. So we basically we're full service. We do design build, we do specialty remodeling, and we've been doing it a long time. We're one of the biggest in the tri-state area of New York, Long Island, and we're proud of what we do. We focus on customer service and building relationships with our clients. And I think that I've always said, if you take care of the customer, everything else will work out and take care of itself.
Well, and I think that that's so important because when, I spent a lot of years building and remodeling as well. And the fact that here you guys have been around for such a long time and, the early part of this decade, the last decade, when we were in the 06, 07, 08, those were some tough times. And I'm sure a lot of, your competition that perhaps wasn't as established as you kind of went by the wayside. And the fact that, you guys sort of made it through that downturn, and now I know in talking to a lot of people in the industry, there's a lot of activity and there's a lot of interest in people investing in their homes. So the risk obviously is always to find the right people to work on your home.
Yeah, people are. I think the biggest thing, Lou, is people are afraid of making the wrong decision.
Right.
And we provide a safe, secure choice. And it's like being on your show. I've been on a lot of radio shows. And it was the only one that actually the guys that you were actually in the business. So,
well, my whole thing with what I do is I want to try and help people and sort of be, their friend in the business, right? Because as you know this, Sal, right? There's plenty of people that will in the industry who will be like, oh no, we do it this way and that's it. And it's not necessarily giving people choices. I'm sure over the years you've learned, as what I learned is that, now more than ever, people are inundated with all this information, whether it's on YouTube or just doing internet searches, even the magazines that are left. I mean, it used to be when I was doing it, people would come with a magazine article back in the 80s and early 90s and say, hey, I like this picture. Can you make this? Well, now you can see a complete video of this stuff, or here you guys were that lead builder for Extreme Home Makeover for all those years. I saw this on TV. I saw this company do this on TV. Now I want you to do the same thing for me. And understanding that they have all that information and being able to provide them with the workmanship that they want is super important.
Without a doubt. They have information. Some of the clients, they have as much information as some of our designers may. Maybe not the education or the training, but they'll have as much information at their fingertips. And it's key that we've done our homework, that we understand going into their home, that we're prepared to be able to engage with that. Between you talk about the magazines. The magazines aren't in print; they're on the internet, and there are so many websites that are showing all of our work. Our competition's work, the work from everyone across the country. We're connected now. You were from Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're connected all over, and everything you've done and everybody else has done is all in one spot. So we compete against that, and we have to be up to the challenge.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the trends and things that you've seen changing. I think that for a lot of people, they'll hear a conversation like this and they'll say, "Oh, I could never do that. That's just too expensive. I don't have that kind of money." And there are so many little things that you can do to enhance the look of your home, whether it's a kitchen or a bathroom. I mean, look, there's nothing as beautiful as a brand new kitchen top to bottom or a brand new bathroom. But you talked about the fact that your company does a lot of exterior improvements, right? Windows or siding, that kind of stuff can so change the look of a home. And I think people can find that depending on what they choose to do, it can be more affordable than they think.
Well, I think you can get a bigger bang for some of those type of improvements. I mean, you drive up to the home and a new front door will make you do a second look. New windows will give you a big impact in your utility bills and for a much lower bang. You talk about trends. What we're seeing now from the exterior point is outdoor living. Although the New York region doesn't have a full 12 months of great weather, people are trying to get the most out of their backyard, and covered porches in the back where you could put an outdoor living room, TV, fireplace, and hang out and enclose it during the winter.
Right.
And, yesterday, we were sitting down to working consulting with a client who wanted to cover their backyard, outdoor living area, and then enclose it so that they can get the extra 3 or 4 months of use outside. And it's just wonderful because people want to expand their home. They want to be outside more. And these aren't expensive. It's not like putting an additional outside house on. So wonderful trend, and it's so nice to be able to be outside with a fireplace when there's snow around.
Tell me a little bit about the Ferro Foundation that your company's involved in. We looking through some of this information. It sounds like not only have you guys been around a long time, but when you're around for a long time, that means you're a company that's invested in the community and helping others as well.
Well, thank you for asking about that. It was always important to me to be able to give back, and once we were able to make a little, bring a little to a level where we could. We've gotten involved with the Extreme Makeover Home Edition. We did more shows than anybody in the United States. We did 8 editions, and Alure was always very philanthropic. I was philanthropic, did a bunch of charities on Long Island, and I decided that it was time to open up our own foundation and focus it on being able to help kids go to college. And that's what we're starting with, being able to create scholarships where kids can show us, why they want to go to college, what their focus is, what they're looking to do in life. And the Ferro Foundation will give them a 4-year scholarship.
Wow.
Each year, give them a certain amount of money each year. And it's not just a one and done. When you do it, we give you a scholarship for 4 years. You show us that you're making sure you're attaining your grades. You're going to school, and we're going to continue giving you money for 4 years. And each year, we're going to award a new scholarship. And it's something that I've always, when I went to college, it was tough. I had to work my way through it, and I want to make sure we can help somebody else do it.
Right. That's great. I love that. That, to me, is what working is all about, right, is being able to share and give it back. That's awesome. That's really great. We'll tell people how to get there. Now, I'm just curious because you mentioned in some of the information I have, you did a bunch of this extreme makeover stuff. Tell me the years that you did that. And the only reason I ask you is I was actually on one of these job sites of a house that they did back in Queens maybe like 2004. Would that have been you?
Yes, that was me. We did both jobs in Queens. We did
Right.
Ozone Park, and we did that was Lucy Ellie, and we did. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now and chills. And we did Jamaica, which was the Peter family. Both families, wonderful, wonderful people. People that were in terrible need, and ABC and Extreme Makeover came to the rescue. They asked us to step up, and we stepped up with the team, and we built their homes based on a tremendous need. And what I loved about that show was it took a home, and we built it. What we do, what our industry does.
Right.
And the home changed their life. And many people need different things to make a difference in their life. In this case, whenever we did an Extreme Makeover, rebuilding of the home is what made a difference in their life. And Lucy Ali and her boys, Paul and Coran, they needed their home to be built. Okay, the Peter family, their home burnt down, they needed their home to be rebuilt. And we did both of those homes in Queens. We did 8 episodes. It was a wonderful experience working with ABC, with Ty, Paulie, and the rest of the crew. And I'll cherish it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it was. I used to write an article for USA Weekend magazine, and I was doing a story on Ty Pennington, and they said, come to Queens. And if my memory serves me right, they moved everybody out of the block so you guys could work, right? So the entire block, Lindsay, my producer's here with me, was completely empty. And there were literally, and right, you had to get it done in a week, right? Or 10 days or something like that?
No, I wish. 4 days.
4 days. So literally, there's a guy. There's a guy hanging the drywall, and as he's hanging the drywall, he's putting in the last screw, and the painter's already painting the drywall. I mean, it was something else.
You're putting the drywall in, a guy behind you is taping it, and you're following. We were stacking labor, and these homes still look great. I've serviced, and I've been there for each and every home we've done. We've made sure we service and take care of these people. They're wonderful people. We've had the third one we did. He just sold his home. He called me up. John Vitale, wonderful man, called me up. He said, Sal, I'm selling, and I need a bigger home. I just want to let you know. Just so classy move.
That's
to
so
let you
nice.
know that this home we built for him, that he had to finally sell because he needed a bigger home. They're good people. They were people who needed something. And I feel so blessed that we were able to do it.
That's awesome.
And it wasn't just Allure. It was a tremendous amount of volunteers from all over the region stepping up, people I never even met saying, can we help you, giving us their time, their effort, their hard, companies that I never even heard of stepping up and volunteering and doing it.
Sal Ferro is the president and CEO of Allure Home Improvements. They service Long Island and Queens. They do kitchens and bathrooms, roofing, siding, windows, dormers, extensions, full-service remodeling and new construction contractor. Sal, if people want to get a hold of you, learn more about your company and your Ferro Foundation, how do they do that?
Best way is go to our website, allure.com. That's one L in Allure, ALURE.com, and you can learn all about us.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. A little pleasure. Thank you.
You got it. All right. You're listening to HouseSmarts Radio with me, Lou Manfredini. Hey, John in New Jersey, hang on a second. Our phone number is 800-848-WABC. We'll be back right after this.